Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers and you can take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished because we got each other.
Beyond Wednesdays, we got the things to do. Beyond Wednesdays, bring the Wednesday night review. Comics and collectibles, and sometimes comedy too. Yes, it's Beyond Wednesdays, so sit down, what else you gonna do?
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday night review here on Beyond Wednesdays. Shout out to Retro Days for the $50 super chat. He says, drinks on me again.
Bro.
Have a great stream, gents.
Retro, bro. Thank you.
You're the best, bro. You the best. Great session. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the sesh. So I didn't realize I didn't have this, but I finally made the session music playlist available. And then I have a new one where it's like the session music for like, if you want to have stuff playing in your sales that you guys can get. I just made those officially shareable on the Beyond Wednesdays, playlist page. So if you guys want to see the type of stuff that I have in the
come on with a Beyond Wednesday soundtrack, dude.
Let's do it.
We already got one on YouTube, baby. The link is below. It's funny because
Like with an album cover, bro. What are you talking about?
you're 100% right, bro. We need to figure out. Here's what we need to do. Clutch. This is another thing we need to do, bro. We need to do a shirt for the playlist and have like a big QR code on the back that has the playlist, right?
I love that idea. Actually, that's
Right?
great.
But anyways, the Spotify playlist is really good. I've talked about this before. I'm a music fan. That's like music is my world. I always say like it would be hard to choose losing your sight or your ear or your hearing because of how important music is to me and my life, and like a lot of you guys, a lot of people out there. But the cool thing about it is me and my brother share that a lot too, and I hadn't shared him the Beyond Wednesdays playlist yet, and he actually jumped in a chat one night, maybe a month ago or something. He's like, "Hey, bro, what's the playlist this is coming from?" And I gave it to him, and I saw him for his birthday dinner the other day, and he's like, "Bro, that playlist is badass." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." That's a good one. I love when playlists are that good and you can share them between friends. And like every song is a good song on a playlist, you know? So shout out to all the mixtape masters and the playlist people and like if you were like me when Napster came out and you were making people freaking CDs on Napster and shit, like your favorite stuff. Yeah, check this shit out. Check this out. Like that's old school.
We used to have a mixtape club when I worked at Sony Music back in the day, between the people on the West Coast and the East Coast. So we called the NYCA, so New York, California. And we would like mix, everyone had a month and you make a mix CD that month. And then you have to mail burnt CDs out to everybody. And there was, I think at one point there was like 20 people in the group. It was pretty cool. I still have them all in a box.
Bro, that's so cool. That's super dope. That's the type of stuff I love seeing. Like, there's a lot of young kids, the young generation that they're into, you know, physical media like CDs and DVDs now and stuff, right? So, but when I was, you know, in my early 20s, one of my favorite places to go was a place out here in Phoenix called Zio Records. I had been going there since I was like 12. I remember it was the first place I ever went into where they had used CDs for sale, and they would have like an area where it was all the newest stuff that just came in, just like a comic shop, like, and you would hit that area first every time, and you could find all the cool shit. And I found like that if you're from Phoenix, you know exactly the place I'm talking about. My home base was Thunderbird and I-17, and we went there multiple times a week just to hang out, bro, and look for cool music. Like I kind of miss that. And there's a new thing that's pretty hot. It's not a new thing. Maybe it is a new thing. It's new to me in the last 2 years, and that's that record store day. Do you guys know anything about that? You guys hear about that?
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. It's been around for like 20 years. It's amazing.
Bro, and it makes a lot of money for record stores. And we got Free Comic Book Day coming up and stuff. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Free Comic Book Day now that record store day is such a big part of my, it's in my field of vision right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They tried to, for a long time, they were trying to figure out how to make Free Comic Book Day more like Record Store Day, and doing stuff. And that's the thing that Eric Stevenson pitched a bunch of, like, we had to do more special editions that are only available and stuff like that. And so they try to do that stuff from time to time, but it's still, it's still kind of in its current iteration. We'll see. I'm interested to see how things come out, because I think Free Comic Book Day, the actual like IP of it was bought by Alliance?
Yes.
Or Universal?
Well, here's the problem. And I'm not 100% sure on all this because of Sessions, but there is the one that was bought by who bought Diamond? AdPop. So it was bought by AdPop. And then there is one that was started by Universal. So there's two. Yeah. No, it was bought by Universal, and then there's another one that was started by, is it Lunar or Penguin Random House or some other group?
I think Lunar has a lot of the titles through there right now.
Yeah, it's very weird. There is this weird thing going on with Free Comic Book Day. There's one called still Free Comic Book Day still, and then there's like Comic Book Free Day. You know what I mean, or something like that. It's very interesting. So we'll see how it plays out. There is that big book that we talked about on Saturday night that is still climbing. Did you, Clutch, you know about this, that Dungeon Crawler Carl Absolute Batman book?
Oh, you mean this one right here?
Yes, bro.
Right here? Right here?
That
right here? I sold one at auction.
$1,000.
I think it went for $147.
Bro.
Ooh.
I mean, I did get mine early. I will admit that. I got mine before pretty much everyone else. So I took advantage. I don't normally do this, but I did. I cleared it with a couple of folks. I was like, hey, can I throw this up? There, I go for it. So it looks like everyone copied my title, which is really nice of them. So thank you guys.
And this is a Free Comic Book Day exclusive, right? So
yeah, this is one through the site. So through Vault Comics, they did it with Tim Daniel and Nathan Gooden did the artwork. And they were like, hey, let's give it a shot. And they put them up on their web store. And it honestly, this has been on their web store for a couple of weeks. It was $10 a book.
Isn't that crazy, dude? If there's anybody in chat that got them from their web store, let us know. And on the comments, I want to know if anybody got them.
Yeah.
Everything Absolute Batman is crazy now. Even homages. And this has a fan base already with the IP to begin with. So who is this Vault? Is this Vault? Yeah, shout out to Vault.
Did you see their Kickstarter that they did today?
Which one? The sketch cover?
No, the Kickstarter for Dungeon Crawler Carl, the RPG.
I'm looking it up right now.
$4.5 million.
Carl Kickstarter.
What? It's at how much?
What? It was like $4.5 million.
Is it this one?
What am I doing wrong?
It's probably by the same dude. This one
Yeah.
here?
Is that one? No.
V1 hardcover?
Nope, that's not it. I don't think so. Let me see.
See, this is the stuff that we need to talk about. The RPG backer kit.
Yeah, it should be RPG.
Yeah, 5.3 million.
Wow.
Wow, bro.
$5.3 million.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that a book? What is that?
So yeah, it's like the source book for a D&D game, right? A core rule book. And it says Dungeon Crawler Unstoppable. I don't know what that means. Maybe
Here, let's just watch it. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Check it out.
Is it signed by Quintana?
I cast Fireball! 20! Mongo, Mummy rolled a natural 20! Those stupid dogs are toast! Oh, hello, Prepotente. Greetings, Donut. What is this abomination?
All right, so it is very heavily based, obviously, in the tabletop gaming world, fantasy world. Can you explain a little bit about Dungeon Crawler, Carl? Is it like adult humor, heavy fantasy, and humor? Is that what it is?
So it's a book series. Denneman is the name. His first name.
Yeah.
It's basically like it's a weird like alien invasion type thing, but they basically like destroy the cities. They go underground. The cities all go underground. I think this guy Carl, I think he's based in Seattle, and he's got to go basically do these like dungeon excavations or exhibitions or whatever, and go like dig in there and fight things and stuff. And it's like, my wife listened to the whole series. She said it's awesome. So,
there's a decapitated head as a main character. I'm all for that.
That's pretty awesome.
Fucking A. So this thing obviously has a following, and it is taking off. I can't remember the last, like, I get it's not a, are they going to be releasing something for Free Comic Book Day to give away too? Do we know anything about that?
There is a 0 issue that comes out on Free Comic Book Day. So yes, there is a
smart.
Yeah,
very smart. So, and here is that bringing new fan bases into comics. You know what I mean? Like, this is the type of fan base that crosses over heavily as well, but there's new people coming into comics because of this. Maybe they'll go, well, let me check out Absolute Batman. You know what I mean? I'll bring it up for the third time in as many shows. Like, I had that moment with Absolute Batman where I showed my friend, hey, check it out. And he's like, holy shit, this is fucking good. I'm gonna buy all of them. You know, like, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna continue reading. I'm like, it's ongoing. You know, they're at issue 19 now. You get a couple trades if you want, just to read it. You know, wait for the trades and just go trades if you want. I suggest that. You know, because he's just a reader. He's not collecting them for anything. And you know, you see, you know, we would be remiss not to talk about the craziness going on in the world with Absolute Batman right now. You know, it's so hot that DC opened the floodgates to variants, and you have, I mean, how many Absolute Batman? 19. So,
dude, there's like 70 covers or something like that. It's crazy. I looked at it today and I was like, what the fudge?
I just want to look on eBay, take a look at, like, you know, what they're kind of selling for, all of them. We know the Clayman stuff is going to be super high priced. The Quintana stuff is super high priced. I mean, look at this. You could just look at all these sales. 109, 90, 274, 225. Dude, this Clay and Seth Mann 19 wraparound is so damn good.
Shout
and I need it.
One Stop Comic Shop, Dan Partouche.
Oh my gosh. Do we know how much these were, the buy-in on these were? Does anybody know?
It was like normal.
Oh my gosh. Good.
Yeah. It was like $30 or something like that. I don't think it was much at all.
Normal.
That's normal. $30 is normal.
$1,000.
Yeah.
No, I'm normal. It's. I don't want to say nothing.
Yeah, I think also I mean, Dan also he takes care of the artists, you know, like I think they don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure that Dan splits the all the proceeds or the profits half and half with the artist.
So there's, you know, the Mann brothers just continuing. Clay Mann stuff is like right up there neck and neck with Quintana on secondary market prices. Look at the glow in the dark Sandoval, 150, 135. That's a great cover. Love the glow in the dark aspect. Great job. You know, a lot of good covers.
I even that League of Comic Geeks right now, right? And they've got this is an individual. This is, you know, different. If there's foil, treatise, whatever, retailer exclusives are 69 for Batman 19.
Gosh,
69,
how many?
Dude.
So here's the question that I asked. That's a beautiful De Tomaso cover. Here's the question I asked: how many of the people that got retailer exclusives for 19 are going to sell out? How many do you guys think? You know, I have no idea. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, like, but it's, you know, you're doing a minimum of 2,000 books total, right? You have to do at least 1,000. You can do 2,000 minimum, but you can split it between 1,000 trade dress and 1,000 foil or another cover treatment. But you're still having to buy 2,000 books. And, you know, if you're charging, you know, $40 per one, or the set $60, like, you don't, I mean, it's like you don't really have to sell that much to make your money back, but it's still a lot. You gotta make your money back, right?
Here's what I want to say: if you're a retailer that partook in some way in selling these books, I'd love to know if you sold out at this point. You know, at any time watching this, just let me know. Here's the Lobos. I love that. Is that Lobos? Yeah, Lobos. It's beautiful. There's a lot of really good ones. I mean, look, that Olivetti is a 1-in-25 ratio. I think it's beautiful. There's a gorgeous one I saw. This one right here. This Muju Monster. Beautiful. There's a super, like, limited, like, white with gold accents. That's really beautiful. There's a lot of really good covers, but so many of them are going to sit in people's storage lockers. You know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but, you know, that ultimately that's what I'm worried about. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope everybody has a good sale and, you know, makes their money selling their variants. And then, you know, if it comes down where you have to slow roll them over time, just remember that, you know, just remember the people that rock with you and that what they bought them for. You know, I feel like it's important to say this, and I don't, you know, you guys can give me shit for it or not, but I feel like, you know, if you sell them and then you don't sell out of them and you're kind of like in a bad spot, don't just drop the prices and offload them. You know, like, don't do that. Like, slow roll them. You always have something that is good. And the reason why I say this is because I feel like a lot of new retailers jumping in, not to the exclusive game, but jumping into the 2,000 copies or expensive, you know, 10K plus 20K. Like, how much does it cost to do a absolute Batman variant right now, you think?
I mean, if you're doing 2,000 copies, it's $8 a piece. So yeah, I think it's a minimum of $8, and then if it's like $9 if you do a foil or whatever. So you're looking at like 17 grand. Not including the artist payment either.
You know, there's not very many people out there that can afford a, you know, 17 grand hit.
Apparently there is. I just looked at a Comics Geek. There's like a bajillion guys out there doing it. Jesus. We know a couple guys doing one too, and that for issue 20 it's been teased, but
wow, it's very interesting, man. And listen, we might as well get into you know, just real quick.
Drama.
No. Oh, I haven't had a chance to really talk to like you guys since, you know, it happened so quickly. It was kind of like the night we went live on Saturday night. It was I believe the same night of the thing, or it was like Friday night. I'm already getting calls immediately.
I think it was Saturday. It was
Yeah.
I remember being during the day.
Yeah.
No, Saturday. Was it Saturday when they did the resale where they added more?
I can't remember.
I forgot.
But we talked about it very quickly. At least the amount of people that reached out to me to talk about it was very quick. I believe it was that night. It was that Saturday night when we talked about it on Drama Alert. But I could be wrong. Anyways, I haven't really gotten Clutch. I would love to hear you a little bit of your opinion on this.
Thank you.
Coming from kind of like I haven't heard what your thoughts are on this. I'd love to hear it.
This is my
overload.
I hate it. I hate it. I'm gonna just put my foot in my mouth on this one, but it's just like I feel people. We're in this and I'm watching across the board, right? Because you guys know we're on text chains, we're on group text, sports cards, Pokemons, all this stuff. Like we're in this crazy like bubble right now, and people are dropping money on these books, and I don't see. I love Dan Quintana's art. I can't see that being $1,000 book in a year, in 2 years. I find it really hard to believe that, especially with a print run of 1,000 or 2,000 copies. I think it's way too much.
It's very scary part of it.
I find it $400, $300. I think it's still a lot for a modern variant that came out this week. Like that's a lot of money to be dropping, guys. And like I sell books. I try to keep a I don't have any Dan Quintana variants and I'm not dropping stuff, but like if I do a variant, it's like I want people to be able to buy it. And if they buy it, I want them to be able to, if they want to flip it for a profit, I want them to make a little money off it. If I eat, you can eat, we can all eat. Like that's how I like to do these things, right? Like go for it, like
I think that wow. It was just very eye-opening, the amount of immediate like pushback. That was the eye-opening thing. And I think seeing that was like where exactly like what you're talking about, Clutch, where you have to kind of go, it's great right now. Don't fuck it up, you guys. Like Absolute Batman is kicking ass. It's such a great story. It's a great story for comics in general. And there was a little to no thought and a bigger picture of all this, even from Dan Quintana's side. And I don't want to put words in any of the guys' mouth on here, but even from Dan Quintana's side, it feels a little bit like he put his foot in his mouth. You didn't put your foot in your mouth, Clutch. He put his foot in his mouth this week for sure, by having to say, like, I'm more important. It felt like he was like, poof, fuck you guys,
I mean, look, it's got to be tough when you just put $150,000 in your pocket, like in 5 minutes, like it's a big thing, and he's off of 2, 3, what was it? 16 was his last big one. And he had the $100,000 art sale, like guys riding high, but I just ego kills.
He said it's not about the money. It's about the art.
Yeah. Well, I'm non-creative, so I don't know what that means.
I'll tell you, can I say
I gotta
something?
get a T-shirt that says that.
Of course,
dude. Non-creator, fake retailer. Like we got. Check it out. Be on Wednesdays. Shirts coming to you soon.
So all these guys spending $1,000 and $1,500 and all that, like the guys that watch this show, there's no fucking way. You know what I mean? Because like we've done this a while. And we always kind of like, hey, watch out for this. Hey, don't get so caught up in this. And we even talk about it on the Hot 10. Like, don't get too emotional about this. Like, there's no way it's in our core chat thing like that. These are outliers that think that they're getting into comic collecting. That's the fastest way out of the hobby. You know what I mean? The fucking fastest way out of the hobby. And you saw it during COVID.
You get someone who gets them coming in, they're like, oh shoot, I got on this hype trade and then I got burned. And then they're like, I lost thousands of dollars in 2 months and I'm out. You know, it's like we're not building the audience and the community that way.
Yeah.
We're taking advantage of people who just come in right now.
Absolutely. Brad Sultan finally said something smart, which I can't believe I said that. Like he said, follow the money. Like, who's buying these books at these prices? There's probably a handful of whales that are going, and I don't know if it's intentional, but it seems like to me it seems like fuckery, dude. Like,
I can't see that there's a lot of fuckery in terms of like,
I think
there's
it's just
like
stupidity.
a couple guys buying them because there's so many copies that were out there. But I do think there are people who are unaware, being sucked into these things because they do see stuff. Like, look, they see like the Dan Quintana book or artwork sold for $100,000. This guy has to be hot shit. Let me get on his thing. This book's gonna be worth thousands of dollars. Like, it's crazy. And if at the end of the point, if you are the end buyer buying this for your personal collection, like, hey man, like I'm putting my money onto this thing because I want this one, then that's awesome. Spend what you want to spend. But if you're a guy who's like, hey, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna flip it in a month or 2 months, dude, we're on issue 20, dude. No one's gonna give a crap about this stuff. Like, they're gonna move on to the next thing and go faster, right?
Yeah.
you know,
totally.
and that cover, I mean, that cover was like a guy with buttons in his eyeballs, dude. Like,
that's another
Yeah.
great point, is that I
you know,
agree with you.
like, was the art that good?
I feel it
Like-
wasn't the best Quintana of the bunch. I mean, listen, here's the
Fuck
thing.
no.
That fucking 16 was cover of the year type stuff. It was
And
that
number
good,
10 with the motorcycle.
and that is
yeah.
why it sold for $100,000 for the original art. You know, because it was that fucking good. Was this anywhere near as good as that? No. It was good. Nowhere near as good as cover of the year type stuff. There was a lot of ones out there that were better than that. That Clay Man, way better, in my opinion.
Bill Sienkiewicz.
I like the Lobos one better. I like the Tomasi one better, I believe it was.
Yeah.
But listen, I get it. Art is
Mark
subjective.
Spears.
And I don't want to take anything away from Quintana's art on you know, he's an amazing artist. But bro, there were some things that were said that was like, one thing that was said was, I talk to retailers every day that said nobody out there can like quantify what my stuff should sell for. Yeah, we can, bro. It's very easy to pull up cover price and go, the last one sold for this. This one, the last Absolute Batman sold for this. This one's still selling for this. And at the same time, to spit on the quote unquote like working class of the flippers and make it like, oh, they're numbers people. I'm an art person. It's like, bro, come on, man. Come on. Like, you've been doing this for a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong. Dan, if you want to come on any type of show on Beyond Wednesday, if you want to talk, I'm open to it. I'm open to give you a spot. And we're laying it on pretty heavy right now for both Heavy Metal and Dan. They have a spot. You know, if you guys want to hit me up, you're more than welcome. But it's they're smelling their own farts a little bit here. They're smelling their own farts a little bit. So
I mean, I get it. And I get like getting excited and being pumped that your shit is selling and stuff like that. I totally get it. And he is a phenomenal artist. We're talking specifically on this one, but everything else is good. Don't get pissed off if we find like, hey, there's an opportunity here where you need to like dial it back and say, hey, yeah, we fucked up, and not agitate even more and throw more like fuel to the fire, dude. Like,
yeah,
you're just going to alienate your a fan base.
Yes, that's the
and
most
they're not gonna
important
be
thing.
As we'll find out in the next cover that he does, to see if they go ape shit, you know, like that. If they try this again, I have a seeking suspicion it's not going to go the same fucking way.
Yeah.
You know? And if it does, fuck, man.
We'll see. Well, speaking of Absolute Batman 19, let's talk about some new releases here real quick. And by the way, you guys, I want to let everybody know in the live chat, thanks for hanging out with us. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you guys. All right, so Absolute Batman, you have here's all the 19s. Let's take a look. I mean, you can see for the most part there is a ton of them, and some of them are really good. I mean, they're all good, but some of them are really fucking good. I like the ratios. I like the 1 in 25 on that Olivetti. I like the Ben Oliver. I think that's beautiful. This one, the variant is good from Ben Oliver. The Alan Qua is good. The Sienkiewicz. There's a Bjorn Barons. Like, there's a lot of good ones. Chuma Hill, limited to 1,000. There's the beast of them all, in my opinion, the Clay and Seth Mann. The spot foil from One Stop Comic Shop, that one's beautiful. I like the Death Note homage. Shout out. I believe they also did the Chainsaw Man homage, which was sick. Crease Lee. Panosian, look beautiful Panosian. There's the Quintana. Dave Wilkins, great Dave Wilkins. The character is so good that it's like you can do a good cover with this character for almost anything you do. All of these are good. Dexter Soy. There's the De Tomaso, Felix Leone, Perel, March, Tao. That Tao is kind of creepy. John Jang, Kelly Jones. I love the Kelly Jones. Liam Sharp. There's tons of them. Perillo. I'm new to this. Fochio. There's a Mark Brooks. The Brooks is beautiful. There's the Mark Spears. Mark dropped these. I believe they're still available on his website. Go to his website if you guys want to get the Mark Spears variants. I think he has signed copies. The Mayhew, where he actually chose not to use Scarecrow, which was kind of interesting. Mitch Gerard's. And speaking of that, Trinity decided not to use this, but this is a beautiful cover, this Muju monster. Dragoda did the same thing. Rochdale Lynn. There's the Sandoval.
What happened in this issue, bro?
I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance yet.
There's Bradstreet. Speaking of Bradstreet, by the way, you guys, I believe Tim Bradstreet's going to be joining us soon on the show, so that'll be cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that Tyler Kirkham.
I like that.
Cool too.
Yeah, that's cool too.
It's really good, man.
I like the old school, like 1920s, outfit he's in, right? So cool shit. Absolute Batman is crazy. Everything Absolute is crazy.
And they gave Jim Lee a whole bunch of shit for doing 5 covers for X-Men, dude.
What do you think about this Frizen Batwoman?
Cool.
It's good, right?
It's cool.
I like the Sejic too. Bro, look at this.
The Fumayara, dude.
Yeah, I love seeing Civic,
fire,
so.
dude.
This should have been a ratio. Should have been a ratio.
A beautiful book. Beautiful book. Mama!
Bro. This should be a print. A high
that's
quality
a mama
print.
book, bro.
Yes. Beautiful.
That's a mama book.
Fuimara is.
I wonder if this was under order, dude.
86. Catwoman 86.
What's it going for in the secondary market?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
Trust me. There's I already did the research.
You think it's already selling? You think this is going to be on the House of Stein Hot 10 list this week?
I don't know.
It's a regular cover. That's the only problem.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been a ratio. $379. $399. $6. So it's not selling for much, but it is that good. I'll put that up there. It is.
Mark my words.
Good.
That cover will be a thing in a couple of months.
If they do a 1 in 25 second print ratio Virgin, that'll be the book.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Michael Walsh that's really good for that. I like that too. Scott Forbes.
Yes.
Yeah. Forbes is a badass. Let's see here. Deathstroke, End of Life. There's the Corona Lobo, number 2. Tyler Kirkham Lobo, Sweeney Boo Lobo. I love this fucking cover, you guys. Where's Leg when we need a Mad expert? Mad Magazine number 49. That cover is fantastic.
It's pretty cool.
So good. So good.
Fucking A, man. Mad Magazine continuing to, I think we've talked about them 2 months in a row now.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Nakayama, he's doing his blue phase now on the Nightwing, which is beautiful. The Martin Simmons Nightwing.
The Babs, dude.
Yeah, Babs, Tars, Sirens.
Second print.
Perel on the Supergirl. You got Sophie Campbell Supergirl. All right, what else? Like the March Superman Unlimited.
Yeah, I picked that one up.
This is almost
that one's badass.
Reminds me of that that movie. What is that movie, Hood?
Yeah. Oh God, dude. Fuck.
Yeah. Red Light.
He's
yeah.
Burn. What is it called? Burn. Something burn.
Light.
Yeah.
Right. Light burn.
Light burn.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
They got a number 2.
But it could have easily been like a Superman one shot, like Red Sun or some shit like that.
That's a good cover too. That's a good cover too for Wonder Woman number 32. Sempre.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to our boy Kev of Official Music Pub for dropping the membership, gifted memberships, you guys.
So Kevin.
There's another Nakayama. Wonder Woman number 32 is, I guess, the black phase, I guess.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Great character. DK Ruan. Gerald. There's a Perel cover. Pooch. That's kind of a weird cover to World's Finest 195 to do a facsimile of.
Yeah, dude. No.
Dig now, die later. Batman has a fucking Tommy gun. And he's making Robin dig his own grave. Yeah, what the hell? Darkness. Okay, here we go. We got some heat coming up, you guys. Some heat. Image. Image has been doing some amazing stuff lately. Obviously, they've got the imprints over there that are great. They've been putting out these great number ones. We've got some new number ones. We got Fireborn number 1. You got another absolute Batman homage there. It'll be interesting to see what that does on the secondary market. They do a nice little design variant. There's an Invincible homage too on that one. Everything Invincible is fucking hotter than the sun as well. I was telling Clutch backstage at the beginning of the show from Market Report, I was looking at stuff over the week, and dude, Invincible stuff, anything Invincible is still just ridiculously hot. I think a 9.4 or 9.6 sold for like $3,000 or something like that. It was crazy.
That'd be a 9.4 or 9.2 probably.
Yeah. G.I. Joe, you guys. You ready? Okay.
Mama.
We've got the Ben Oliver Scarlet.
Man.
It's issue number 21. What happens in issue number 21? G.I. Joe, famous. It is a silent issue, but more importantly, it's first appearance of Storm Shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Ito Storm Shadow. Cover of the year type book. Here's the problem. The foil does it no justice. Have you guys, what do you think about it? What do you think about that, Clutch? Do you think that, let me show that. Do you think that the foil does it justice?
I don't love the foil.
Yeah.
It's a little, the foil, the image foils have been a little strange, and it has to do with the matte finish they put over the cover, right? For some, Skybound uses the matte finish on things, and it just hasn't set right. Like when we did our, Jonathan Knight Baroness, it was a little bit too dark.
If this was a spot foil, you know, matte, like foil background matte, as in matte embossed color, no foil on Storm Shadow, make the purple be a spot foil or something, you know, like something like that. But I feel like if you just would have made this a cardstock 1 in 100, whew. But it's still cover of the year stuff.
Yeah. If I was a kid when I was collecting G.I. Joe and I saw a cover like this when I was like 10, I'd be tripping out, dude. Like going bonkers, dude. Rob a bank to buy some of these books.
Did you see some of the other covers
that we talk about sometimes where like it shouldn't have been a ratio?
Yeah, so great point.
If this was like an open order variant, dude, they would have sold a bajillion of those.
Yeah. Did you see the 1 in 50 of this? Oh my gosh. This 1 in 50 is beautiful. Scarlet looks great. Other than her crossbow should have been in front of the image number 21.
Yeah.
Damn, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
1 in 50. This is Jan Acleto and Romulo Fajardo Jr.
Ramudo.
Great cover. 1 in 50. All right, here we go. Same Romulo Fajardo Jr. and Joshua Cassera on this one. Great Storm Shadow cover. Storm Shadow's such a badass. Got a Michelle Diaz. Look at that. I like that.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mama.
Shout out to KRS Comics. Go hit up KRS Comics, you guys. Great retailer, one of the most respected retailer from Beyond Wednesday's crew for sure. Look at this Mirka and Dolfo too. That's really good. I like that. Really good Tanchi Sonchik. That's actually kind of good. I like it. It's okay. So issue 21, I still haven't read it. I have to read it. I'll read it tonight. But then we have the Zartan. Of course, the Jorge Fornes is going to be on the hot list, but I love the mask cover. How good is this? Like, Clutch, I could be wrong about this, but I've said multiple times, like, we should figure out a way to do like a Zartan mask cover.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know?
That'd be cool.
Like, I feel like we've talked about
Or
that
to where it
before.
could change colors.
It might have been Clutch that brought it up. It might have been Hood that brought it up. It might have been Leg that brought it up. But I feel like we've talked about it before, and somebody has finally done it in some way. Acetate. Yes, bro. Yes.
Well, kind of like throw back to the toy where it could change colors with the light. I don't know how you fabricate that, but
look at this. This is a great one too. This is limited to 500 on this one. You got a Zorania. Anytime we got her in a cover, I'm all for it. I am a sucker for that punk rock chick shaved half of the side, let it all go to the other side, like that shaved side. I'm a sucker for that, bro. Like in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Like Two-Face, bro.
Damn. Ghost Pepper.
Shaved.
Ghost Pepper, 1 in 25. That's pretty good. You got the Kunka Lim variant too. I like that one. Ice Cream Man. Battle Beast number 8 is out. Great comic. I love the De Felici 1 in 100. Speaking of De Felici, that gives me a nice little segue. Speaking of De Felici, there is a comic coming out by De Felici called Red Roots number 1. And Hood, you were the first person to bring this one up. You remember talking about this? I think it was in a group chat or backstage one day. You specifically asked Hood. You specifically asked Clutch. You said, "Hey, have you heard about this Red Roots number 1? I hear Robert Kirkman is really high on this book." And I go and look up this book, and one of the first comments is, "Wow, Robert Kirkman has exceptionally high praise for this book. Says, quote, it's the comic book we've been waiting for our whole lives. Also, it's what comics can be when comics are at their very best. Red Roots is the lives of a professional killer and a high school teacher are bound by a terrifying, mysterious force. Very interesting image book coming out soon. This is the B cover by Vecchio. Here's the main cover. You have a Jason Howard variant on this one coming out. When is FOC for this? Do you know when FOC is for this?
They already FOC'd.
It passed, bro.
It passed.
It comes out in 2 weeks.
This is the Otley. There are incentives. There's a 1 in 25 black and white of the Felici A cover, and then there's a 1 in 50 Mignola that I think we talked about. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right fucking now, you guys can go ahead and head on over to this link right
Clutch.
fucking
Right
there.
Clutch.
Right here.
Right here.
You
Over
can
here.
get this
You can get right
beautiful
there.
Riley Brown variant, limited to how much, Clutch?
Just 500.
500 copies printed,
Yeah, but we're gonna hold back 480 of them.
and they're only $20, you
Don't
guys.
tell my secret. When this thing blows up, we got them on lock.
We're gonna 482. We're holding back.
Yeah, this is it's
Ooh.
core.
Random number, right?
this is a, we talked about it. I think after we talked about it a couple weeks ago, I was like, God damn, I forgot about this one, because Lorenzo is one of the nicest, one of the absolute sweetest human beings I've ever met. Italian dude, like he's so great. He worked on Oblivion Song with Robert. He also worked on Void Rivals. So that's where he's kind of from. And then he's done a couple books with Skybound before, and then he did this one. And I was like, oh, this is such a great thing. And I was like, there's a cat on the cover, like already sold, us softies. And so I hit up Image real quick. I was like, hey, like, is there any time? And I think it was Jim Viscardi. Shout out to Jim. He's like, I think I can get you somebody real fast and we'll figure it out. And we like just jammed, and Riley was available. So we put this thing together, and it came like literally within like 2 days. This was like done. So,
and it's a nice little, it's $20. That's a sweet spot, you guys. We talk about the sweet spot on here. I feel like that's a sweet spot price.
200. I screwed up. I am so sorry. What a dummy.
What'd you do?
It was supposed to be $200, and I put 20. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to charge back everyone's card 10 times.
I have a funny feeling this book is going to blow up and catch everybody off guard, man.
I think so.
It looks great. They sent me a PDF to read from Lunar, and it's really cool, man. I'm digging the vibe. And look at that Magnola cover, is so freaking tight. The one with the trade dress, like looks like Hellboy. Like, come on.
Yeah,
that's dope.
And Hood sent me the Otley. He's like, check this out.
Yeah,
they're all good. The Otley I really like.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
It's got a good feeling.
Well, hold on.
It's a good book. It's a good artist. It's a good cover. Like, it's $20. It's a good price.
Not only that, there's something that you kind of haven't really talked about much, and we haven't talked about much, or well, we have. It's been a while since we said anything. You guys, hold on here.
Beyond Wednesdays.
The Exquisite Corpses.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll variants.
Fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, so we got the latest 3. I have been the past 2 months, everyone has known my foray into the corporate life. I tried to do the reverse Jesse James, and it didn't work for me. So I hadn't had time. I lost my mind. I didn't put up issues number 10 and 11. And so today I was like, all right, let's get them all up. So 10, 11, and 12 are up on the site. You got Lone Gunman, you got Gamer Boy, and you got Leopold Strong. This actually rounds out the portraits for the series. All the Pete Carrolls.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, this is what we're talking about. All of these are so dope. Shout out to Pete Carroll.
And some of those are not sold out. I just can't. My office is so messy. I can't find them.
Mm-hmm. So go hit up bigclutch.com, you guys. Go score some of those dope Pete Carroll variants, and then of course, the Red
thank
Roots.
You guys for supporting. Like, we really appreciate it too. By the way, like this stuff doesn't go unnoticed. Like we try to bring you the viewers like cool stuff when we can. And look, it's not all going to sell out. It's going to be here. It's not, you might not retire off any of the books that we make, but we're trying to make cool stuff with cool people for cool people. So,
and then if you guys are catching this on the replay, just take a check. They might still be there. And I'll put the link is in the description as well as a pin to the live chat right now on that Red Roots. So very, very cool. All right, let's get back to Image comic
Lost
books.
Fantasy. That Lost Fantasy today has been getting a lot of attention.
Oh yeah,
a lot of attention.
It's a good cover. Kate Blanchett.
Or Cat.
Sorry. Thank you. Cannabis.
But it's also
Right.
like, I think it's
Get her
like
confused with the Academy Award winner. Right?
Fucking A. That's exactly what it was for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. As a matter of fact, I got to look her up because
Rabbit hole. Rabbit hole.
She's new to me.
No, that's Kate.
Let's give her a follow. Damn. Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
bro. Hey, bro.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
Mama.
It's art YouTube.
You make that into a
Ooh,
cover.
I like the boots.
Damn, dude. So
She's got a kind of. I'm feeling like the Tula Little man.
Yeah. Ooh, look at the fire. Hold on.
Ooh.
Look at that. This one's fantastic right here.
Yeah, that one's good.
Whoa. Oh.
Mama?
Yeah.
Mama.
Mama.
Look at this one. That one's pretty good too. This one's pretty fucking scary. Holy shit.
Bro. Look at the cat.
Like, what is going
Meow.
on here?
Meow.
Damn. All right. Shout out to her. Check her out. Narco number 2. Is that a second print on that one? No. This red coat number 17. Kyle Hotz. Shout out to Rye with the $4.99 super chat. He says Goth Kate Blanchett was killer as hella. I agree.
Yeah.
This cover, that is wicked.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah. Red coat number 17. You got the Mark Spears 1 in 50 on Scorched.
Oh.
Puppeteer Lee. Oh, look at this Puppeteer Lee. Are you kidding me? That's wow. King of the Golden State with the $5 super chat. He says, "Hey fellas, getting in late. Did you guys hear that Adam Hughes was diagnosed with cancer? Mentioned on his website. What?
Oh no! Wow.
No.
Say that again. Say that again.
Adam Hughes
What happened?
diagnosed with cancer.
Oh no.
Wow.
Fuck.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
In other news, I recently posted on Adam's Facebook page that due to a health emergency, Adam is canceling his upcoming appearance in New York. For the foreseeable future, we are canceling all appearances. There's no nice way to say this. I'm just going to spit it out. Without going into excessive detail, the situation is as follows. Adam has had a large mass removed from his lower GI tract. The biopsy revealed he has stage 3C colorectal cancer. Google it. People have recovered from this and worse. Adam is looking forward to being one of those people. The initial surgery was very successful. Adam will start chemotherapy within a couple of weeks. We cannot properly anticipate how this will affect his ability to work. We're taking things one day at a time, one doctor appointment at a time. If you have been emailing Adam or myself and not gotten a response, we beg your forgiveness and patience. We are trying to cope not just with this, but also a brand new puppy. Aw. He was born April 1st, no joke, and mom is recovering from a C-section. Our oldest dog, Potter, who was recently diagnosed with, you guessed it, cancer. Aw.
Jesus Christ.
In short, it's a lot. Adam is focused on healing from surgery and preparing for a fight ahead. I'm focused on overseeing that. Make sure that Adam has everything he needs to be successful with his battle and everything and every other thing going on here. We appreciate everyone's patience. Message of well wishes, prayers, and good thoughts. I will try and keep everyone updated. The best source for that will be Adam's website, his Patreon page, and Facebook. Love to all from Adam and myself, 5 crazy old English sheepdogs, and a couple of very excellent cats. Allison. Shit. But, like she said, you know, he's going to fight it. So, positive thoughts and prayers his way. You know? Let's fucking get at it.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Shitty. Fuck cancer. All right. Super Creep Show number 2, Pi Par. This is the same guy that's doing the mask stuff, right?
Yeah, I picked up a couple of these. I love the art.
These are so cool. Those colors are awesome too.
I agree. I like the
love that
colors.
It's not like the dead-on colors of the original. You know, it's like this is tweaked out neon-y colors. So good.
Really good. McFarlane, we've talked about the variants he's got going on for this.
Scorched.
Yeah. That's a really good Super Creep Show number 2 cover there too. Look at this. Speaking of colors. Wicked.
Whoa.
Yeah. Tigress Island number 2. This is art YouTube. And there are your variants. No ratio variants for that. That's very interesting. But they did do a Steve Manning variant. Look at that. Not the best Steve Manning cover, but it's Steve Manning.
So cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Oh, wow. Look at this Rathburn connecting cover for the Walking Dead Deluxe stuff. Holy cow. We were talking about him last week, too, I think. Damn. Wicked. Witchblade. All right, here we go. This is the book I was talking about when I said a lot of people talking about a certain book and image. Beautiful Cedric Pouliot variant. Love it. Good. But this fucking Shabina. Holy moly. Sveta Shabina. Witchblade number 20.
God damn, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And then,
wow.
Even better, look at the 1 in 25, how much it pops. That white background.
I think Lake ordered like 4,000 copies. He was like, he hit me up. He was like, bro, I'm getting these. And I'm like, dude, go for it.
I hope you guys have been keeping an eye on svetashabina.com.
Why?
Like the remarks that have been going up on there. I've been getting so many people to basically like hit me up and say, hey, I picked this up at svetashabina.com. You know, all these different remarks and stuff. And they go up there, they go quick too. So svetashabina.com. As a matter of fact, also, if you go to Comic Boards Inc., I think he's got on his eBay, on Comic Boards Inc.'s eBay page, he's got some graded remarks. He's got a graded 9.8 remark of her first work, which is kind of crazy. That's on Comic Boards Inc. eBay page. JT Keel says, got it in my hands right now, and the back cover is fire. Nice. Shout out to Chad Cave. He just dropped a $25 super chat. He said, fuck cancer. Amen, brother.
Indeed.
Yeah, so svetashabina.com. Go hit it up. We're going to have, I think Adam might join us next week too, to hang out with Tim Bradstreet on the show. So that'll be cool. Let's see here. Marvel. You got a couple interesting covers. Not really much going at Marvel that I care about. A Japanese edition of Marvel Art of Peach Momoko, though, which is kind of interesting. I don't know much about this, but Japanese signed edition. That might be something to keep an eye on.
You
know, I don't know where you can get them, but if anybody does know, drop a link or drop a message. Let everybody know. Cool homage for Planet of the Apes, Fantastic Four number 3. The Ben Oliver Storm number 3, Earth's Mightiest Mutant Storm number 3 is beautiful. There is a 1 in 50 variant of that, but the trade dress is suitable. There's a Kevin Wada 1 in 25 for that. That's really good. Storm is just almost any cover you do with Storm on, it's going to be good, in my opinion. Godtail, really good Godtail, but it's just such a weird IP and character. But Godtail's a great artist. I love the Ivan Canello connecting Venom cover. We've talked about that many times. There's the Nakayama on X-Men United. the 1 in 50 on that one. Get the trade dress. Dynamite has a new blind bag for Harley Quinn Elvira number 5. That Mumra is kind of cool cover. Danny Earls. The Ever Living number 1. They're doing a 1 in 50 version of that. That's a cool John Amora one. I like this one right here. It's a lot. Some from the library, I guess. Blind bags for Thundercats Silverhawks. You got a Matina, Lyrics Lee, Linzer. Okay, Nectar's got another Godtail. This I really like this second print.
Cool.
That's a cool cover. Anything on these Nectar covers, all these are good covers. Great Nectar stuff. Cool series to do cool covers for. There is a second print Suspiria, and that's going to be a hot book. So be on the lookout for that. Shout out to Susie. It's going to be a big deal. And fucking Tony Drovey, man. I wish I would have got one of these. They must be on here because they're sending out. This is the one that was limited to 200. Fucking A, those are good. Great cover. Really good Wayshack. Really good Mon House. There's the Not Safe for Work Suspiria Black and White. And then if you guys are here Saturday night, there's a really good Nectar variant we might have a link for Saturday night, Modern Comic Mayhem. Shredder. Oh, bad idea. Hab. This freaking David Lapham. This is a mini comic that comes in the VHS that we talked about. I guess if you got one of the 36 VHS copies, this was a mini comic in this. I have a feeling this is going to be a big deal. Only 36 of them are going to be out there from the looks of it. It was included with the VHS promotional thing that they did. And I love that. I always love the whole kind of like any type of like homage or kind of thing that looks like the Warhol, Marilyn Monroe stuff. I'm in. Or like Spider-Man, was it 50 that had all the faces behind him? I'm in.
That was 100.
Was it 100? Thank you. So that's cool. That's for the Hab number 1. There is a couple good variants for that. That Ian Carroll, Aaron Campbell. There's a Charlie Adlard A cover on that. The Steve Beach 1 in 100 is already selling for a decent amount on the secondary market. So, yeah.
Wait, can you go back up? Is that Ian Carroll on the side? Is that a homage to the Pro?
I think so.
It does look like it,
right? Like,
yeah,
I think so. That's so sick.
I'll be right back. Hold on, you guys.
That's tight.
You know, with the color scheme too, right? Because I know there was 2 different covers for the Pro, right? The purple one and God, I gotta look on eBay.
Yeah, this is definitely the first.
Yeah.
I think they did like a variant cover for like the 10th anniversary or something like that. They did like a new cover or something. I mean, 20th anniversary. We're that old, I guess.
Do you think they'll ever make a show?
I mean, if there's any time to do it, this would be the time, honestly. Like get someone like who's that the girl that's been around all the shows and stuff, Motley Monroe. Or maybe Chaos or whatever. Get like one of those girls to be the Pro, and
sorry about that.
Hilarious.
It pissed like a racehorse, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
Holy cow! Back teeth were floating.
Different type of show.
Halfway through the show, pee break. We'll probably have a little commercial button. Where was I? All right, here we go. Ordained. Got a bunch of different prints. You got a 1-shot for that for number, or not a 1-shot. You got a 0 issue. It looks like. Oni Press, Catacomb of Torment, Dead Teenagers. Interesting. Look at that cover. This is number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Huntsville Comic Con is coming up, and you've got all the Art the Clown Mark Spears variants.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Which one is your favorite? I like this one the best. The white one, limited to 100. I like that one the best.
Yeah, I think so too. I like it. The background and the logo.
Like a white signature on the bottom is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's dope. So that will be at Huntsville Comic Con, which is coming up, right? Is it this weekend? I believe. Is it this weekend?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Which is, crazy, man. Really, really big deal. Mark Spears' hometown Comic Con, which is super cool, especially now where he's, it's kind of a different world where it was his hometown Comic Con before, and he was just kind of hanging out there, like not selling anything, and now all of a sudden he's got monsters out and he's at the top of his game. So it's gonna be very interesting to see, how it plays out this year. Super, super cool. Unfortunately, I don't think any of us are going to be out there this year just because like all these crazy things kind of happened where, things happen and you got things pop up and, sometimes flying around the country for a con just doesn't work, which is kind of a bummer. I was hoping to be there this year. But I'm not going to be able to make it. I know some of the other guys were hoping to be there. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I mean, there is a ton of variants that he's going to have, which are fucking like going to be nuts. But at the same time, you also have Monster and the Wolf #3 coming out, which is cool. I fucking love all of these covers for Monster and the Wolf #3. But dude, this fucking D cover.
That's Spike.
Yep.
Love that guy.
So
What's his
fucking
name?
good.
Spike.
Yeah.
Spike.
So fucking good. And Mark is actually setting up currently. He is getting ready for the con. So, starting this week, which is great. He said he'll try and stop by tonight if he gets a chance. If he gets back from the setup early.
I got to make sure I send them my my order for Nana's baked goods.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Nana's baked goods. Look at the 1 in 50. I think that any one of those three that we just saw could have been the 1 in 50. The Queen of Hearts one.
I was hoping I would get the same room at the La Quinta that I had last time.
The one that smelled like death.
You had the worst luck, dude.
Yeah, I swear my room was next to a trash can, dude, I had the view of the city dump,
I gotta say, like that was such a good weekend. Like, that was our first weekend meeting Hood in person, first weekend ever like meeting or hanging out with John. Like you guys have become two of like my great friends. Like it's Leg, Mark, Drew, that entire time. It was such a crazy fast, like
I was
4
jealous.
days, 3 days, but like yeah, you were missed for sure.
I was very jealous. Fucking dude, I give so much credit to creators and retailers that go to cons like more than 5 a year, because it is a lot of fucking work, dude. Even just going to a con, but working at a con is a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. People don't realize that, and doing that five plus times a year, holy cow, dude. That's why I think that, like, in my mind, like, there's reasons to, like, I was lucky to finally get a chance to meet Mark in person at Orlando, which was amazing. That was so good. I probably, if I didn't get a chance to make MegaCon, I would make it a point to try and get out there if I could, just to finally meet Mark. But I think that there is, when it comes to cons across the country, like for me, San Diego and New York's are you can't miss for me personally. So I'm going to make sure I make those every year if I can. And then I'll try and throw in either MegaCon, Heroes, Baltimore, Dallas, Like 2 of those if I can, and try and do at least 4 cons a year. That's my goals. And then if I'm lucky enough to maybe throw one more in there at 5, great. But man, it's a lot of work to do the con game. Much love to all you guys that do it. This is a beautiful cover too. This is the C cover. Gorgeous with the red background and the bats. Really, really good. Monster and the Wolf number 3, you guys. Make sure you pick it up. That Queen of Hearts is going to be a great cover on the secondary market. That's another thing I saw this week, though. I saw a ton of people selling Mark Spears covers, and for good money. I saw a lot of the glow-in-the-darks covers sell. I saw a couple of times the underwater glow-in-the-dark from Monster and Wolf. That book sold like 4 or 5 times over the last week for decent money. A lot of autographs sold, of course, from MegaCon. I think people are finally getting MegaCon autographs up on secondary market. So, all right, Titan. You've got the Lenore stuff from Roman Dirge still going. That's Lenore Muffin Else Matters number 1 for you Roman Dirge fans. Boom Studios doesn't have much this week.
I picked up Racer X, that one, the Tomaselli, the regular.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful cover, man.
It is, dude. It's a great point. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that's a good cover.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Mad Cave. Dark Horse. Alan Quall, Kill All Immortals 2, number 4, The Witcher. Then you got Fantagraphics, some Uncle Scrooge stuff, Peter Baggy, 2026 Facsimile. I don't know what that is for Hate, number 1, I guess. The Future Is, Protashio cover. Ignition Press has Bloodland, the Tulalotai cover.
Mama.
And Arctic Press, Toxic Crusaders. And that is New Comic Book Day. Hopefully you guys pick some of those up. I'm looking forward to reading G.I. Joe. That's my book of the week so far that I'm looking forward to reading. I haven't read anything yet. I'll read them this weekend. There is I thought it was interesting. I got something. I actually did a little bit of a market report for tonight, but there was some interesting stuff that I saw sale wise. See if I can find it to show you guys. Well, first I want to say this. With all the Quintana stuff, one thing that I did forget to talk about is I want to give a shout out to all the freaking detectives out there that have been searching for his first work. Because it's been pretty interesting to see that happen. You know, everybody was going crazy for the detective books, right? Everybody was going crazy for the deceased book once people realized that was like one of the first things that he had come up with. And then people started realizing that he did heavy metal work. Which was kind of interesting. And I think, was it Brian's Comic Garage? Let me see here. Let me see if I can find this. Repost. I think it was Brian's Comic Garage that was the first person that made me go, oh, look at this, and posted his heavy metal work, which I think was this one right here, right? Heavy Metal number 290, cover A from 2018. So it came out before the detective stuff. But yeah, but this image, and it tells you if you go shout out to Brian's Comic Garage, good dude. This image was used for a tattoo book. It looks like. Is this a tattoo book or maybe not?
Yeah, tattoo.
Is that what it is? Yeah, tattoo and fine art. Evolved Tattoo and Fine Art from 2014. I didn't know that. Dan Quintana was in the tattoo art world. So this came out 4 years. Say that again?
It says fine art. So that's why I think now we understand the whole thing. He came from the evolved space of fine art.
Yes.
Slim it down with comics. We don't understand because we're non-creatives. Just saying, guys. Just saying.
4 years
That's
before.
why.
4 years before the heavy metal, you guys, this came out. That's crazy. So
I've never been called a non-creative before.
you have now. Welcome to the world of non-creatives, bro.
It's gonna be a quiet show.
So shout out to our boy DT. We're going to add it to the Beyond Wednesdays Creator First list, where you can find the link below if you guys want to add something to it, or if you guys just want to go find out all the cool Creator Firsts out there. The link is in the description.
Sorry to hijack this real quick. Did you guys see this monkey mouth?
Oh wow!
Oh, dude.
So this is from the Death Over Coffee or something like that. What's it called? Death Before Coffee, I think. Comics.
Wow, that's a great.
They did a blind bag for MegaCon, and this is one of the ones in there. There's this version. There's like a sketch version. It's pretty sweet. There's also a Tyndall in there too.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Hold on. Let me put that back up.
I don't have the other versions here, but
I like that.
I pulled this from a pack.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Shout out to our boy Monkey Mouth, aka Nick. Good dude. I actually got to hit him up. I have something to talk to him about. Hint. All right. Back to what we were talking about. Okay. So shout out to DT on that one for figuring that out. And shout out to Brian's Comic Garage for figuring that out. That was super cool. All right. There was some interesting sales. A little bit of a market report. Just a little bit of a market report tonight. And I think kind of keeping your eye on the sales. Now, we'd be remiss not to talk about the Superman, Death of Superman sales. But you know what? I think we would be idiots not to wait for Mike to talk about that, right? So shout out to our boys Atari. We're going to wait till we get Mike in-house to really break down the Superman, Death of Superman OA sale. But it was crazy, you guys. It was big money, real big money.
Yeah, I think Mike would give the full, spectrum of and break down every single page that's sold, and it would kind of cheapen the extraordinary value that commanded. It was
I smart too. I know art. I smart.
We're non-creatives.
That's my Bizarro. Sorry, guys.
Non-creatives are not allowed to talk about art.
All right, let's get into the market report, you guys. Let me get rid of that and get into this. All right. Starting it off with some 9.0s. Look at this. 3 9.0s, CGC 9.0s. First of all, I fucking love this cover, and I have joined the group of nerds out there that buy Star Trek books. Well, I shouldn't say that because I didn't buy this, but I would buy this if I found it cheap enough. This is actually kind of cool. This is Star Trek Star Trek Special from Wildstorm. I'm not sure what the number might be, number 1, but it has all the captains on it. It has Captain Kirk, Picard, the guy from Deep Space Nine, and the chick from Voyager. And it's a 9.0 JSA label signed by 3 of the captains. So you still got room for one more. Crack it, get one more, get it pressed. Now. Yep. And it's signed by the 3 captains, everybody but the Deep Space Nine guy. And it sold for $1,275 for a 9.0.
It's even signed by Captain Crunch.
All right, another 9.0. This kind of took me down a rabbit hole. Have you guys seen this book before? Cyborg, the comic book from 1989. Never. Canon Video is the publisher. And I need to know if anybody knows out there if this was a promo book that came with the VHS, because I can't find out. It has no cover price on it. This is a 9.0 that sold for $400. Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, Cyborg in 1989. it supposedly came out. It was published by Canon Video, the same people that put out the VHS. So I want to know if it's a promo book. You guys know I love promo books, but I've never seen this book talked about. And if I have,
Man, that movie sucked, bro. Like you opened that book and it should be an apology letter in there, man.
you want to hear something really funny? So it's a John what's his name? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude.
It's a Van Damme. Right? It's a Van Damme book. Guess who? The guys who did the covers are Vans. It's like Von Shirley and Van Klein or something like that. So do you think they went out and specifically got like Vans to do the artwork on this? You know? Anyways. Another 9.0 that kind of surprised me is one of my all-time favorite books, is one of my all-time favorite characters, Jamie Madrox. Great character, such a great character for good comic writers. Like that X Factor series where Jamie Madrox was the main character in the like late 90s, early 2000s was so fucking good. And I always loved this book, Giant Size Fantastic Four, number 4. A CGC 9.0 sold for $375. So, yeah. Next, it's a PGX, I know, but has this book gotten to the point where you're willing to take a chance on a PGX saying it's 9.8 to pay $700 for a second print Spider-Man 2099 number 1, the white Toy Biz variant? It's a cool book, very hard to get in high grade.
Man, that slab is scotch taped together, bro.
It's crazy.
Oh, bro. Like $700.
It's got like a Ziploc where yellow, blue make green, and it's sealed, bro.
Totally Peter David's X Factor, Ethan. And then check this out, Hood. Thrilling true story of the baseball Yankees from 1952, and it's got young Mickey Mantle on the cover. 1952, second year in pro ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? $195.
Yeah.
It's got Yogi. It's got DiMaggio, Mantle, a couple other Hall of Famers, Casey Stengel. But the Mantle, look out, babyface Mantle on a 1952 magazine. So for
that's
only
so cheap.
That's cheap, less than $200.
In my opinion, that's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, John? John's the Yankee expert over here. He goes, that's nice, but my 9.2
signed.
Yeah. I got 2 of them.
He's got 2.
Would you, I think everybody on the panel would have bought that for $200 if we saw it at con.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Is that a buy, John?
As a Dodger fan, no.
Yeah. I mean, I know I could find it cheaper because I got the store that gets a lot of that stuff, but yeah, it's cool. I like it.
You know, you associate 52 with that 52 tops.
You got it.
Right? You can make a case.
Yep.
A very good case. He's on the cover. You could make a really
Get
good
that
case
PSA graded, baby. Like,
I got
right?
a 51 Bowman, so I got the real rookie.
That's nice. Prometheus Fire and Stone one-shots from Dark Horse back in the day. I've never seen these, never heard of them. Maybe I have, and I just don't remember it, but I don't remember it. $399 for both one-shots. So, pretty hard to find. Next. Here we go. Invincible. Everything Invincible is super hot. Just fire, sun level hot. Hotter than absolute Batman still, which is crazy to me. And this book I've sold multiple times on Whatnot sales and eBay Live sales. It is a free book. It's free comic book day back in the day. Image Comics Summer Special, free comic book day. It's got Invincible, Spawn, Witchblade, Savage Dragon on the cover. 9.8 sold for $625. Bro, the heat on Invincible stuff is so mind-blowing still to this day. Everything is sun level hot.
This is also one of those really weird, unique ones because you don't, even though it was a free comic book, you don't see them
very often. Yeah,
everywhere. It's really cool.
Yeah, I flipped one of those maybe 2 months ago. I found it for, I want to say the guy had it for 15, I got it for 10, and then I flipped it for 125.
Yep.
Because I knew what it was, kind of like I knew I'd never seen it. And then I kind of quickly looked it up, went back, and then I was just like, I grabbed a bunch of other books and I said, what's the best we can do? And I put that up and it lasted one fucking show. Like the minute I put it in the my light and put it back on the wall, it was gone. So obviously the Invincible collectors knew right away to just snatch it up. So it's cool though. It is a cool book.
One of my all-time favorite grails that I hope to own one day, probably top 5, guaranteed top 5 Campbell covers. Black Panther #1, the sketch cover, partial sketch cover.
Did you hear what Campbell said about this book?
No. Is that when he was talking to Davis or Tom on the IG?
Yeah, he was rating his top 20 books and they were throwing all the covers at him. He doesn't think much of his own work, which was pretty funny.
What is his line? It was just a job or something like that.
It's just a job. Yeah, just a job. He was like,
I love it. He's humble, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good cover, dude. That's such a good cover and so rare.
I would love to meet Campbell and put some art in front of him that he just, where did you get this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And kind
You gotta get,
you know,
you got to get him to inscribe that on a cover that you really like. Just tell him, look, tell me what you really think of this cover, and inscribe
just a
it.
job.
Yeah, just
Campbell.
a job.
I feel like this book has sold for like $8,000 at one point. Like, what was the high on this book? It's got to be way up.
It's got to be an insane COVID.
I know the newsstand.
There's not a newsstand of this. This is an RRP.
No, there was. Wasn't there a newsstand of this? You sure?
Not the black and white color spot, but the
no.
regular.
I'm not talking about the
Yeah,
partial sketch. I'm just the
You're
straight
right.
up cover.
The full color, yeah.
Yeah, there was a newsstand that I think went at a 9.8 back in 2019, 2020, like was up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like this book had a signature series, especially with that purple signature that looks so good. The Campbell in purple.
Is that listed as the sketch cover, right?
Yeah, sketch cover, 2009, partial sketch. Yeah.
Well, I think it just lists the sketch cover. I think the highest in the book was 5K in 2022.
There you go. Yep. 5K. So, congratulations, whoever bought that. Great buy, in my opinion. You never see
there
that
was
book.
one signed. Hold on. Pause. There was one signed by Lee and Campbell 6 series in 2021 sold for $8,000. So that's probably the one you were thinking of. Double signed.
Beautiful. And another beautiful 9.8. This is another really rare 9.8. Captain Britain #13 from the UK. This is the big magazine size, volume 2, I believe. And this is the first Betsy Braddock cover. So,
as
very,
Captain
very cool.
Britain.
Yeah. $1,300 in 9.8. Not too shabby. My favorite Something is Killing the Children variant of all time, even though I put the Pete Carroll up there, like that is like top 3, top 4, but the Jeff DeCall #8 Virgin variant is like it's almost grail status that I want to own one of these. And someone picked one up raw for $400. Congrats. Right? That was a $900 book raw all day, every day.
That's a fucking steal.
Yeah.
Now, like, that's just one picture. It could have spine ticks in the back or something like that.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
I love that book.
That's cheap. Would you have bought that clutch for $400 if there's nothing wrong with the back?
Yeah, totally. I'd do it.
And then check this out. This is a book for Hood right here. I totally thought of Hood when I thought of this book. Barnes & Noble, Marvel's Iron Man 3 Prelude photo cover, signed by RDJ, in a 9.8, sold for $3,500.
I've never seen this book in the wild or anything, man.
Nope.
Nope. It's a tough book.
Barnes and
It's
Noble
badass,
variant.
dude.
Yeah. Like a newsstand, a modern
And
newsstand.
Downey hasn't done a signing in a very long time.
Oh. This next one, I'm at a loss for words. Spawn 223, the black and white 1 in 25, the Walking Dead homage.
Is it your sale?
No, I got the book though.
Okay, I was like, oh, shoot.
$1,355.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Super low print, right?
And then I got the color copy of this cover signed by signed by Kirkman and McFarlane, a CGC witness signing.
Oh, that's great.
So
This
I
was
went
always
apeshit over these.
The Walking Dead one was always like the redheaded stepchild of the homages. Like it was good, but it wasn't as on the secondary market. It wasn't as much loved as like the 300 homage, the Torment homage, the Dark Knight homage, right? And now look at it. Whew. Jeez Louise. So beautiful. I love it. Next, How the Mighty Have Fallen, you guys. Star Wars Tales number 23, first appearance of Darth Revan. You guys know Star Wars Tales, to me, the Dark Horse run is the best Star Wars comics ever made, in my opinion. Anthology series, every comic had 3 stories in it, and 2 of the 3 or 2 of the 4 would be good. A lot of first appearances, a lot of like what if moments, great covers, a lot of creator firsts in this series, a lot of key books. This book was an easy $800 book all day, every day. Now in a 9.8, $119. That's fucking nuts.
You know what? Should have had it signed by Quintana. be right back at $2,000.
Did you do the cover?
No, I'm just.
I know. I'm being sassy.
Let me get my paintbrush.
Uh,
And then the mighty continue to fall, even though new images have come out for the new Into the Spider-Verse movie. And guess who's a main player in the movie? And it's going to fucking Spider-Punk. It looks awesome. And whoever bought this book at $149.99 for a 9.8 first appearance of Spider-Punk, congrats. This is a great buy because this you're going to double this when that Into the Spider-Verse comes out. Spider-Punk is going to blow up again. So, if they do it right, and I'm pretty excited that they're going to do it right because every Into the Spider-Verse has been better than the last, and Corey Ziegler's not involved. That's all I'm saying. Continuing with How the Mighty Have Fallen, this book was a monster, like raw $900 sales in bad condition type monster. Shazam number 28, first modern appearance of Black Adam, and a 9.6 sold for $235.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Spec works in mysterious ways, you guys. It really does. Star Wars spec was the hottest thing in the world for 3 years straight. Any Star Wars book, you were going to make 3x to 10x, if not more, on keys, and you can't give them away now. You know.
Well, let's. If they hadn't deliberately fucked with that the Star Wars brand and fucked it up, and they would have just done a good job. If they would have just done a good job and the movie was okay, these books wouldn't have fallen so hard. But they did it so bad.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll
With
see
all
how
of them.
Mandalorian and Grogu do.
I'm crossing my fingers, baby. I'm crossing my fingers. All right. Now let's talk about some 3 books that I'm like, man, I wish I like, at least for this first one, I would have bought this all day, every day. Mighty World of Marvel UK number 198. First full appearance of Wolverine in the UK. Why is this important? Because it has the original Herb Trimp face on Hulk. Marvel did not like Herb Trimp's face on Hulk. They had John Romita Sr. redo it. There's on the UK version, I think there's two versions, the UK and maybe like a Scandinavian version, one of the Scandinavian countries, where you can get the original Herb Trimp face, and it sold for $150. And it looks like it's in pretty good condition for that black top part, you know? So I would have bought that.
How do you think they do you think like Herb Trimp went to the like newsstand and he's telling his chick, yeah, I did this badass cover, you know, and he goes to and it's a different face on it.
He's talked
Like,
about it.
what-
That's we should
like,
probably
what
look
the
that up
fuck?
because he has talked about it in the past.
Has
So
he? Oh, wow.
yeah. Of course, he's rest in peace now, but in the past he did talk about it, I believe. So because that's
He
how we
turns
know
it in.
about it.
Hey, it looks good. Give me an eraser real quick. I'm gonna try something out.
Yeah. And then Hedge Knight was great on HBO. It's continuing. You know, I'm stoked. Game of Thrones really did everybody dirty originally, and the Dragon series has been great so far. Hedge Knight was good. I'm a little bit excited again, but I rarely see this book for sale. This is the Hedge Knight from 2003 Image Comics, the convention special, and it sold for $250 raw. Tough book to find. I love
Cheap.
that. Yeah. And then this one, again, I talked about graham crackers last week, but it was Larry Comics. Here we go. Here's a graham crackers variant. Metal Gear Solid #1 graham crackers exclusive from 2004. Snake Plissken, $180. The old school IDW logo. I love it. Whenever you see that light bulb, the old school IDW light bulb, if you can get it for cheap, buy them. So,
Last name was it Pliskin? No.
Ultimatum #1, the 1 in 100 David Finch. We mentioned this book on some show a few weeks ago. This is a classic Finch cover. Love it. $199. You don't see it very often go up for sale. A raw copy in mint condition, near mint to mint condition, they say. Sold for $200. Whoever bought this, congratulations. X23 #1, the Tyler Kirkham variants, including the Virgin variant. This book is so tough to find, and some of his best work. Great cover, absolutely amazing. I believe they sell in 9/8 for 400 plus for the regular trade dress, unsigned, and somebody got both of them unsigned for $100.
Oh yeah.
So good. And then two multiples of these sale. At least two 9/6s sold of the Elektra #3 uncensored naked Elektra panel. It's got a Greg Horn cover, classic Greg Horn cover. A CBCS 9/6 sold for $315, and a CGC 9/6 sold for $300. Very rare. You don't see them very often. Gives me a chance to. I love this book. I do not own a Air version. The recalled version. I don't own one. I love them though, but I'd love to own one. What I do own is a variant of this cover. When the Elektra movie came out, they did a special comic book variant where they just kind of cropped the Greg Horn Elektra image and did a different background with the old Daredevil trade dress from Elektra first came out, and it was only put in promotional versions of sales of that DVD, and it's impossible to find in high grade, any grade, period. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know, congratulations. If you don't know, look it up and save it in your eBay searches, because it is a fucking ghost, and it's better looking cover than this one. But I'd love to have both. All right. Classic Almost 10 book, John Tar. This is John Tar Returns #2. Raw sold for $150. So shout out to all the House of Stein Almost 10 fans.
Remember the John Tars I picked up?
Yep.
I think, issue 1?
Yep. Impossible Ghosts. Independent Ghosts. And then this is a Grail book for me. 4-color $199. Classic Carl Barks Donald Duck cover that Sam Keith homaged. Before Max came out and the IDs were anything, he did an homage of this cover of the ID wearing the cowboy hat and holding the 2 pistols and being shot at. So, yeah, I love both covers. The Sam Keith is just as tough to find. in high grade in the secondary market. You'll find it in dollar bins though, so be on the lookout. It was a Critters issue, I believe. The old school Critters. Was it Critters? The old school Antarctic. Was it Antarctic Press? No, not Antarctic Press. Not Albedo. What was the one that Usagi Ojinbo was in? Maybe it was Critters. It was the first volume. I don't know. You can look it up, but it's really good. And then another one. I wish I'd have bought this for $100. Another one that a lot of people don't talk about very often was the Spawn movie preview comic from 1997. They did a variant for issue number 57 where they put all the actors and actresses on there. This is a 9/8 copy signed by Capullo, sold for $250.
Oh, 9/8. Shit.
Yeah, all black cover. There's only 5 on the population report or on the census, so pretty cool. Fantagraphics, thank you, Derek. And it was Critters. Yeah, appreciate that. Very, very cool. All right, next, let's get into some toys, some G.I. Joes. I have never seen one of these carded. This looks very different to me, but if it is legit, it is awesome. This is the UK version of the Tiger Force Psych Out. So they only did a certain few Joes in the UK and the Tiger Force variant style, and Psych Out was one of them. It wasn't released in Tiger Force in the US. And in the UK, the figures, G.I. Joes are called Action Force, and during this period, they actually called them G.I. Joe something of Action Force. So this was a carded version of this for $180. I've never seen one carded. One of the all-time greatest action figures ever fucking created, known to man. The William Refrigerator Perry mail-away G.I. Joe figure. An AFA 85 still in the bag with the red card behind it, the red-backed file card. Sold for $177, and I am jealous. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good price, I think. I like that.
Fuck. That is
Remember
great.
his rookie year, Brian?
Yes.
How polarizing he was.
He took the only touchdown in a Super Bowl away from the greatest running back to ever play the game, and people still loved him for it.
Yeah.
That says a lot. Walter Payton didn't get a touchdown in the Super Bowl because they wanted to give Fridge the ball. So that's fucking crazy, bro. Next, this is the Brazilian version of Snake Eyes version 1. They call them Cobra and Vaser. They basically just did Snake Eyes and put a silver Cobra shield on his chest. Tough figure to find with the Cobra shield intact. And here's one that sold for $300 loose. Yeah. Next, another one of my Grail pieces. I have a box. It's opened, but I have it. The box is complete, and I have a complete Zartan with the chameleon still put together. I want to own one of these, and if I had the money, I would have bought this in a second. 1984 G.I. Joe Zartan with the Swamp Skier, the Schizo variant file card, unopened, AFA 75, sold for $960. This,
Bro, that was one of the baddest fucking toys you could get at that time, dude. Like next to fucking Boba Fett, dude. That whole thing they did with Zartan, him changing the face, leaving it out in the sun, bro.
It's one of the greatest memories I have in my entire life, and I've talked about this on the show before. My dad, I've been begging my dad and my mom for weeks. I want to get a Zartan. You couldn't find them in stores, you guys. You could not find them. They were sold out everywhere. And my dad had heard that from a coworker that some were available at a place called Service Merchandise here in Phoenix, where it was like kind of like backstock, and you would have to keep an eye on what they had, and they would send it out on a little conveyor belt. So we went up to Service Merchandise one night, and it was there. And it was like, that memory, it was me and my dad. It was one of the core memories, like as in my life that I could just see so well. And I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there that are just like me, that Zartan, getting their first Zartan is a core memory. You know, it's that big of a figure. So shout out to all the Zartan fans. Speaking of grails and core memories for fans, this is another one that a lot of people don't know about, and we've talked about the carded version of these selling for a lot of money. These are the mech versions of turtles. They were called Mutaforce, and they made these mechs that the little turtles would fit into. And somebody, it looks like they got, like maybe they bought a storage locker and they were all in there and they were on card, and over the years they just released the bubbles released from the card, so they just put them all up for sale, and they sold for $700. Usually each one sells for $700 mint on card. So somebody got all 4 of them basically on card, but the bubbles have been released, so they're perfect
Has
condition.
all the accessories and everything. Man.
Yeah,
So cool.
yeah. I love like mech figures. They did it for G.I. Joe. They did it for Turtles. I mean, they did it for so many cool things. Voltron,
Avengers toys,
yeah, everything. They're just cool. Transformers. Next, more nostalgia. The real Ghostbusters Ecto-Glow figures. My brother loved this era of toys. These Ghostbusters figures, he was so into these as a kid. And these the Ecto-Glow versions of each one of them are very rare. The Egon version of the Ecto-Glow, $900 mint on card. It's a lot. Mail away Undertaker.
No way, dude.
Yeah. Super Grail for wrestling fans. AFA 85. All accessories, $3,000. It's nostalgia, baby.
That figure's so bad, dude. God damn it.
Brian's Comic Garage says, "Did you go to the service merchandise on 43rd and Peoria? I missed that place." You hit it on the fucking nail. 43rd and Peoria, baby. Yep. All right, this next one is kind of crazy. Again, bootlegs. People love bootlegs too. The Mego Batman Italian knockoff bootleg sold for $700. You guys, I can't believe somebody had that still unopened.
Bro, that ain't Batman, bro.
Yeah. And then multiples of these.
Batman.
Yeah. Multiple of these sold. I saw like 4 or 5 of these sold in the last week or two. Star Fox World of Nintendo Jax Pacific's figures from 2015. Carded and uncarded. A bunch of them sold. So I don't know if they're like, you always hear about Star Fox stuff being optioned. Of course, the new Mario movie came out. Was he in the Mario movie? Maybe. That's the only thing I can think of because a lot of these sold, and I never see them in the market report. And now there's a ton of them that are being sold. So, if this is something that you find, estate sale shopping. Jeremy says he was in the Nintendo movie, so there you go. That makes sense.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Next, this is kind of crazy.
Wow,
so
cool.
Coachella started this last week, and a lot of cool moments. So, like the 9 Inch Nails stuff was fucking amazing, and the Justin Bieber stuff was super cool to watch and deep dive into. I'm not a huge like Justin Bieber fan or anything, but to watch kind of like and do a deep dive in how everything happened with him in this performance, it was very cool. And it was a really cool performance for his fans. But everybody's talking about it. Well, have any of you guys been to Coachella? Clutch, have you been to Coachella? Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah. So I went the first like 4 years. I went 99 through 2006. So 7 years. 2006 was probably the best concert I've ever been to. At that point, I'd only seen The Cure once, and I saw The Cure the first night. No, sorry, Radiohead the first night and The Cure the second night. It was fucking amazing. Saw so many of my favorite bands throughout going to Coachella. And I have like every time you go to Coachella, they sell posters of like all the bands that are playing. And so I like got all my posters framed, and I thought, oh, I want to look to see if those are worth anything. And they sell for, like, a little bit, not much. But searching that, I came across this Foo Fighters. So they did a card set during the 2002, and I didn't know about this. And I guess people are calling this Foo Fighters cards from that set the rookie card. A PSA 8 sold for $140. So I did look up the set. We're going to go over the set in a second. Next, Garbage Pail Kids, we have this really cool, speaking of Undertaker, this is from the 2019 Garbage Pail Kids WWE set. This is Undead Taker. It's an homage to Dead Ted with Undertaker. A PSA 10 sold for $600. So, dude, Garbage Pail Kids are becoming so popular that even like the sets that nobody cared about forever singles are starting to sell in those sets.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's because of Topps Chrome putting them in as case hits, Speaking of baseball and Topps Chrome, this is from the 2022 GPK MLB Series 2 set, and Alex Pardee did an homage to what's the guy who did this that Leg's such a big fan of, that did the Rat Fink stuff. Chat will let me know. But he did an homage to the Rat Fink stuff with Julio Rodriguez. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and this is the no name variant version of that. $320 in the PSA 10.
That's so fun.
Big Daddy
I saw
Ed Roth.
There's the new wrestling ones too. I think that are coming out or just came out too.
Yes, the Zero one was awesome.
So good.
Yeah. Okay.
Daddy Roth.
Here are the set from Coachella, and you can see it's got a lot of people in it. It's kind of hard to see, but let's see here. Let's see if we can see anybody. Bell and Sebastian, Beta Band, Cut Chemist, Corner Shop, Citizen Cope, Force of the Trees, G Love and Special Sauce, Galactic. Hold on here. Beta Bjork. That's kind of cool. Dilated Peoples, Dan the Automator, International Noise Conspiracy, Jack Johnson. I've never seen these. I don't know if you guys have. Cake,
yeah.
Chemical Brothers. There's the Foo Fighters one. There's Jack Johnson, Jurassic 5. Let's see. KRS-One. There's multiple KRS-One cards before that. The Mars Volta. That's cool. Far Side, that's dope. Pete Yorn, Saul Williams, Saves the Day, that's really cool. Susie and the Banshees. So like this could be like a Most Def, Oasis, Prodigy. The Strokes, that's a big deal. So like these could be, keep an eye out for these. Maybe if you can find sets for cheap. Queens of the Stone Age, 07. If you can find sets of these, it's got the poster on the back. These are what the posters look like right here. And so I have all these framed. But, this set sold for $212, and that Foo Fighters card alone and PSA 8 sold for over that. So be on the lookout for these. This is something to keep an eye out for. That's cool. Yeah. Congratulations to whoever bought this for $110. Graded, I know it's 8.5, but that doesn't mean much because you got to know what this is. What is this, you guys?
From the comic shop.
That's the Spiderweb Todd McFarlane Day of Release autographed book. We talked about this multiple times on this channel. An 8.5, somebody picked one up for $110. This book in the future, when people finally realize what it is, it's going to sell for so much more than this.
Does it say it on the slab?
It doesn't, dude. It just says Todd McFarlane authenticated autograph.
Wow.
So they don't even say it. So, unless you tell them, I wonder if CGC even notates it, like Spiderwebs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because that is Todd's brother-in-law's shop in Puyallup, Washington. When these books came out, he had a shop up there. So he went up there when the regular cover was released and the second prints were released, he signed up there too. And they have a stamp on the back. They usually came with a little typed out letter that said what it was. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go to the YouTube page. It's a video on there that I did all about this, and you can get a quick rundown of it. Next, $270. Somebody picked up this sketch from Linnell Francis Yu. It's a fucking newsstand copy.
Wow.
Of the New Avengers number
Look at
31.
That is fucking cool, dude.
That's a great
newsstand. Gorgeous sketch. 9.6, $270.
Bro, that is super creative. With it, it's almost like ice.
Yeah.
You know? An ice rendering, you know, the like
sculpture.
Sculpture, ice sculpture remark.
Yeah, the color is really cool.
Damn good. A lot of LB Cole books sold this week. Like books that LB Cole might not be known a lot about, but this is one of my all-time favorites. Dude, look how beautiful the color of this book is.
It's a good looking book, man.
I love the I talk about it all the time. These old school like LB Cole books and a lot of these like pre-code books or these books from the 40s and early 50s, remind me a lot of Tattoo Flash, and this is one of those books.
That shark looks pretty happy, dude. Look at that.
This sold for $5,000, I believe.
Wow. What is that label on there? What is that?
Reuben Blades collection.
Oh,
it's
Reuben
a little
Blades
sticker.
collection.
Yeah.
Reuben Blades.
Is that Benny Blades' brother?
No.
Brian Blades.
Brian Blades. The Blades brothers from the U.
He's an actor and a Latin musician.
Okay.
And
then the final thing,
Predator Part 2 with Danny Glover.
The final thing before we bring on somebody I want to talk about is this. That is Flops Comics, ladies and gentlemen. And Flops Comics.
Wednesdays.
I would be surprised if Flops Comics knows that this retailer or whoever this posters, prints, reprints, and more is selling prints of his art.
Yeah, there's these things pop up all the time because when we dropped that Estuary Suspiria cover, the next day one of these poster companies had it up on their site. And I was like, what?
It's on the internet.
It's crazy. Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Spears joins us. Look at this guy.
Hey,
Mark Spears.
You look tired, bro. You had a long day setting up at the convention floor, huh?
Yeah. It's just like, the Absolute Batman just dropped. Then we have a convention set up today too, and tomorrow. And then I also have issue 10. I was finishing up the artwork, writing it today. And then I got some deadlines on some DC covers on Monday. So it's just like everything's at once. So yeah,
it keeps moving, baby. Nothing stops.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because you have all this, and then there'll be a week where there's just nothing, right? You'll have nothing, no deadlines, no nothing. So, so I enjoy it. Keeps you busy, but man, it wears you out. But I'm hanging in there. I'll sleep good night.
You dropped an Absolute Batman variant this week on your webpage. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't checked it out, here it is. And good on you. $25 sold out for the trade dress. $25, great price. You did $40 for the virgin foil, and then you did signed copies for $65. And like that's very affordable, man. Congrats on good on you for doing that.
Yeah. Then we had an option. I think the bigger options are for $10 more, we added a comic capsule because some people wanted that. Just they want them shipped in a nicer thing. So, and then we offer signed copies because some people can't get to shows. So we actually, when we dropped it, we picked 700 because we needed some for the show. So we was going to drop 700 of each cover, and we did we sold out of trade dress, the allocation for that within, man, I want to say just minutes. It was gone. And I didn't realize that because I was busy getting things ready for the con, you know, bagging and boarding and stuff, that it happened. So then I went, and because a lot of people were like, oh man, I missed it. And I was like, hold up. So I knew I had some set aside for signatures, right? The allocation for that. So I just moved some around so people could still get it that don't want it signed. Because originally I think I had 300, 200, and 200. 300 trade, and then 200 trade with a signature, 200 trade with a signature and comic capsule, right? Because you have to do that. So then I moved some around so more people could get that. And then we sold out of, I think, all the trade dress. We still have a few foil saved for signatures and stuff like that. But the very successful drop. My team will probably hate me next week because we have probably 800 orders. Yeah, it's gonna be the most I've ever done in a week. But yeah, it worked out great. I really appreciate everybody coming over there and getting them. And it looks like it, you know, didn't have too many kinks with it. You know, no problems. And so we'll start shipping those next week. For a Saturday night, we're going to drop our Expo books that you like, that I know I'll have left over, right? So, you know, it's hard to say, hey, I could drop them tonight, and then I don't want people come in and go, oh man, he sold out because he dropped them on his site as well. So we're waiting a Saturday night. I'll know how many I have, and then I could drop like maybe 20 of each or so on the website. But I'll let everybody know, and I think I'll do it around 7:00 Saturday night. The con does have another day, but you know, I don't worry about that. Usually you got your books by Sunday, right, on the exclusive.
So I got to ask two things about the exclusives that are going to be at the expo. One, I love the fucking white background of the Art the Clown.
That's that's the metal. So the white actually is just like metal color.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Gorgeous. It's it's my favorite of all of them. It just looks so good. It's we were bagging them or putting them in comic capsules last night. We do that with our metals now because it's just easier. And they're just they're so great. They look awesome.
And then my second favorite, of course, is this one right here.
Mr. Remains.
Yeah, the Mr. Remains cover. You're doing a foil of that and a metal of that. That one's those two are absolutely gorgeous. But one I think that people are sleeping on are, let me see if I can find it. This one right here. Can you talk about this one a little bit, because this one is fucking beautiful.
Well, I give some credit. A little bit of credit to you because you came up with it. I had showed you the book and I said, hey, I really like this one. And you said, Mark, you should make that spot gloss. And I had never heard of that. I mean, I don't really buy a lot. So I was thinking, you mean spot foil? No, gloss. So I went and asked them. They said they could do it. Dude, that's one of my favorite covers of all time now. It looks like I put stickers on it. It's gloss and it comes out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So that cover is, again, of all the covers I ever done, I mean, there's not really much drawing on it if you look at it because it's more of a design, because it's got some of my artwork of stickers, but it's one of my favorites. After I did that, I said, I can't have just this be 100 made, but that one I did. So for Midnight Man #2 that you can buy in July, if y'all don't know yet, I don't know if they're supposed to be soliciting it now. It'll come out in July. I did because that Spaz is Creeper Keeper, Trapper Keeper thing.
Yeah.
You can buy Richie's, which is a little different. It's green. It has different types of stickers on it and everything. It's going to be spot gloss. And it'll be something you can get in July. So that way you don't have to worry about, oh, there's only 100 of those made. My idea is to eventually have 3 of them, one for each of the kids in the story. So, but it's my favorite, hands down, of all these. Even the Absolute Batman, man, that cover. It's hard to convey it in videos and pictures, but it's that nice matte finish touch of the Night of the Living Dead covers. It's that. Then you put spot gloss on the stickers so you could feel them, and it looks just like I put stickers on it.
It's
and
great.
Back too. It's front and back. So this con is really cool. These covers, because they mean a lot to me. Because you have that one I love. Then you have the 2 books that appeared in Midnight Man. You got that one you're pointing at, and then you have that Midnight Man #1 kind of thing too. And dude, I priced it. There's only 100 made of that, and I'm pricing it $40. I want fans to get this in their hands.
By the way, can I tell you why I love that Midnight Man? Because it totally hits the nostalgia button for me of Hulk 377. It's got that feel, right? That like back, and I don't know if that's what you were going for, but that is what it feels like. And with the newsstand on the front like that,
I even put the UPC code. If you look at it in person, it actually doesn't say, like normally it'll have these little numbers down there. It says Midnight Man, but the UPC, I put it in this generator where it says you can make a UPC out of anything. So I typed in Midnight Man, and it made that UPC code for Midnight Man. So if you scan that, that's what Midnight Man would come up.
That's
awesome.
And
I wanted to release it as an open order, right? With Midnight Man #1. The reason I could not was I was adamant I had to have the 75-cent sticker price on it. And you can't really release that as open order because then people get confused, right? They're like, wait, it said it's 75 cents. And look, I love homages, but it ain't it's not the same when you put, $7.50 instead of 75 cents.
299 cents.
Yes, they do the 299 cents. It's okay, but that's not the way you want it. So I want it to look like that is the book he is holding in the comic. And that's why I said I have to make it exclusive, but I'm going to make it as affordable as I can. So we did it $40, 100 print run of it. And it's also, this marks the first time I believe ever I did front and backs on these. Like I've done like a little logo on the back, but all 3 of them books in a row have a back. You saw the Trapper Keeper, Creeper Keeper one had a back. The one with monsters on it, on the back of it, it shows action figures of Midnight Man you could get, modeled after kind of the superpowers. And on Midnight Man, if you look on the back, it shows monster posters you could get, like life-size monster posters, because I remember growing up seeing those. So these would be great to display, honestly, CGC or in a comic capsule, something clear on the back, because dude, you just don't want to put those in a bag and board and not be able to see the back. They're gorgeous on the front and back. So very, very happy with those. And the other dude, you got Art the Clown. I mean, tonight I went to look at the space. We're rearranging the tables and everything. They got David right in front of me.
Oh, that's perfect, dude.
I have David right in front of me, and to the right of David is the guy, Jack Skeleton's voice in Fright Night, Chris. Is it Chris Sarensen?
I think that's the name. I know who you're talking about. Larry Hama's there too this year again too, right?
No. Larry was at Farley, but no, he's not. I don't think he's there this year. They have a lot. They have Christopher Lloyd is there. They got tons of guests. I was walking around right before we was going to leave to see where everybody was, and man, they got so many people. Urkel, you got Shazam, you've got Tom Welling.
The girl that does Ahsoka's voice.
Ahsoka is right in front of me too, a little bit to the right.
The girl that plays the Pink Ranger.
Yes, it's a huge list of people. So really looking forward to it.
We haven't had a chance to talk, or at least I haven't had a chance to talk to you about something pretty fucking cool. And I know I'm gonna just glaze clutch again over this thing. And that is this right here. This was pretty fucking awesome. And for those of you guys that don't know, look at who is that first little puppy right there. Mr. Chip Spears.
He's a comic star now. Yeah. Chip approves, man. He likes that.
What did you think about this? This was pretty fucking cool.
Clutch called me and asked me about it. And I said, man, yes, that's just amazing. I love it. It's just, because when I look at that, it just reminds me of, when #1 came out, right? And but to see that take on it with the colors still and everything, and then Chip on the back and the whole Beyond Wednesday pet crew, it's awesome, man. I love it. Melissa was so happy, the kids, and to see Hood's dog on there and some of the other ones that are from the Beyond Wednesdays that aren't here anymore. It's just, man, that's just gives y'all the feels, man.
It does,
awesome.
dude. It does.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a cool thing.
I have copies for you guys. I got to send out to keep. You just keep sitting here. I'll get them out tomorrow.
All right. It's man, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I don't think I've been so busy. I don't even know if I've jumped on since MegaCon. It's been that bad, you know. It's just like something.
It's been crazy, man. It's like
2 cons in a row. I don't think I could ever do it anymore, like that close, you know, because you're right when we got back from MegaCon, I was prepping for Huntsville. And my hat's off to all the artists and creators and writers who go to more than one show a year, because I don't know how you do it and still get your work done. Because you know, I'm sitting there working last week. I'm probably sleeping just like 4 hours a day just to get number 10, the artwork ready. Because I decided. So this is what happened with 10. I had it ready, and I go to my son Lucas, who's helping me write now, which is phenomenal. I love that. He wanted to help write some 10. I showed him the story. And I said, yeah, I kind of got myself into a corner on this because I did this. I had certain pages on there. And he looked at it and gave me, which is, you know what? I think no one should do things like that alone, really, because it really helps when you have another person's take on things.
Totally.
And we sat there and had a session of hours where we talked about the book. And he said, you know what you got to do? And I was like, I think this book is done. And yeah, I'm going to have to go in there and I'm going to have to add 20 pages to this book. And he says, you got to do it because of the story. So this is probably, here's an exclusive for you. I don't think I've said it in like a Discord group, but number 10 is going to be 40 pages.
Ooh.
And it's pretty good though. And you had to do it. Like I talked to King Spot about it. And I said, look, we could break this up. This is 2 books. But I said, if I could do it in a cool way where I can, you know, keep cutting back and forth from these 2 events, it'll make it a better story. And they said, Mark, you go for it. We don't, you know, we don't care that it's, you know, more. Because, you know, here's the thing. If you was going to do that, you try to do that before solicits. You charge more, oversized issue, bigger. This makes 2 books in a row, Midnight Man, and this one will be 40 pages and same price. So
you would have made this book badass, like more badass. Like on the back, you could see her dirty feet.
This is Alabama, baby. Her name, everybody knows her name immediately. Like this, this is fitting.
Dirty feet book, man.
Circle K feet.
Mark, sign her feet, Mark.
Is Tarantino signing at the con too, or what?
Well, I'll tell you, that's, man. I got to break a story about those covers. I could tell you too. But before let me pause on 10 and say, number 11 has already been solicited. You know, I've already turned them in. I went to King Spot and I said, hey, number 11, cover A, I really want to be Unholy One. Right. I think you guys have seen that one. It was a shot of him praying, kind of like that, a little different though.
Yeah.
And I think one of y'all said, man, is that going to be glow in the dark? Or John might have suggested it. And I was like, man, it really should be, but you can't do that as an open order cover A, because you have to charge more, right? For something like that. And you don't want to charge more for cover A and B be cheaper. So I went to King Spot and I said, could we eat that? And they said, let's do it. We're going to have cover A of number 11 is that image of Unholy One. You'll see it if it's not solicited already. We're having it glow in the dark, same cover price of $5.99. We're not charging any more on it. So it's a great looking cover. If you haven't seen it, it looks so good in glow in the dark. But on these, I've got our numbers in. We did great, great numbers wise. You know, Monsters 9 was in the top 60 when it came out in March of the top 200. I saw that.
That's a big deal.
These books covers, it kind of shocked me. Of course, that is the number 1 cover. It's cover A, and it ordered the most. I don't know. You'll see when it comes out, like 14,000 or something like that. You know, that one was number 2, right? It's up there with it. Maybe I can't remember offhand, 10 to 12,000, something like that. That was ordered the least. That will be the least printed book, open order. I feel like I'm doing inside trader information here. But that one, because everybody will know when it comes out, right?
Yeah.
That was ordered, you know, and I'm just going to average it out. It was 4,000 and something, right? Like near closer to the bottom of 4,000. That will be the lowest printed open order cover since issue 2.
Wow.
Right. Why? I don't know. I think, you know, it could be the people. That one was ordered really high. I don't really, you know, it was up in the close to the 10,000 range.
Yeah, I know why.
Yeah, and there are a couple of reasons. This is the shocker. This is the cover, and Brian, I know you love this cover. I think John really likes this cover.
Mhm.
This cover was supposed to be. Remember, I wanted it as an incentive, and they wouldn't let me do 2 incentives.
Yep.
Right. So I thought it's kind of like cover E, right? It is the second lowest ordered cover.
Wow.
That was shocking me. So go get it. It's
This is
that one right there.
Yep.
6,000 or so.
Wow.
Ordered.
It's so good.
That was shocking to me. I don't know why, if they, you know, because a lot of times it's this, right? Which you know, guys who order books like Leg and stuff could probably tell you. They look at it like, look, I'm going to order this amount. You know, they already ordered the Unholy One. They ordered cover A, and then they're going to order the girls. And then they're like, I'll go order maybe 1 or 2 of this. So that's why I think it was. But what's the good for fans? Dude, this is a 6,000, you know, print run book of monsters is very rare. You know, we don't really have them.
Well, we were
low.
just talking about it the other night, and we bring it up every time we talk about orders and how the Spawn lowest ordered copies are 11 to 10,500 to 14,000 is the order numbers that you have on those really low print run Spawns. So
I look at it as overall our orders were great. You know, we're trucking along in the 40 just let everybody know, because you can, again, this is all transparent. You'll be able to know we're in the 40-something thousand range at number 10. We're doing great. Monsters is, but this issue, that cover is low. So it's and that one's around 440 to 500 around that range.
Oh, that's interesting too. That could really help, you know, secondary market prices on this one if there's only 500 or less.
So I'm just letting them know in case here's my thing for if you're a fan and you're like, I haven't ordered them yet, I'm just going to get them off the shelf. You might not see, well, of course, she's you know, lower than 500, but you might not see that Dracula or that Midnight Man cover. Man.
Yeah,
that's 4,000. You know, so who knows? So I'm just letting you know, because you know we won't reprint the same cover like that. So.
I love this cover. I think, and we geeked out over this the other week too. I think this is one of the better Amazing Spider-Man 300 homages that has been put out. You can tell it's an homage. It's not the same pose. It's not what everybody else is doing, but you know it's an homage to Amazing Spider-Man 300. And I love the blood drip black behind it. On
getting
the
better
10.
with that drip, bro.
That one is what's really interesting is. Unholy One is featured in this issue, so that one is a great one to have them on that cover. We finally you're going to get to see a lot with that issue. We're going to show you the Dungeon of the Damned. You get to see the Unholy One.
So
a lot
good.
of stuff. We're moving a little bit forward with it to where we don't want to just make it where, you know, we're, I don't know, what do you call it, like filler issues or filler episodes. I'm like, we're telling the story. We're going full throttle on it. So he makes his first interior appearance, and it's a doozy. You'll not just one page. You'll see him a couple times, and it's really good. And then the next issue we have already had to solicit. Right, number 11 is called The Council of the Monsters. It's going to feature almost every monster you've ever seen in Monsters so far, plus ones you've never seen, ones I haven't showed you yet, because there's a big meeting of the monsters about an event. So that's that. We can't wait for number 11. Once 10 is finally lettered and everything, I'm starting on 11.
That's
So
great,
that's gonna be a
man.
But it's a good jumping on point. The trades, by the way, I just got my hardcover today. The hard
Ooh.
coming out. The soft cover came out last week or maybe this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think last week maybe. So the trades are coming
Do you
out.
have the hardcover right there?
I have it. It's over at the place where we have all the comics. But I got them yesterday. I opened it up, flipped through it, looked good. But it's nice. It's the trades are really good because people can catch up on 1 through 4. I wish we had all 8 in the trade. Hopefully that would be the next thing is they do either a trade of 5 through 8 or maybe 5 through 9. But yeah, that's what it looks like there. And basically the hardcover looks almost just like the soft, but it's it's nice.
Yeah, that's cool. This is going to be a big deal. A lot of people have been waiting for this to finally come out, which is dope.
Yeah, a lot of people were waiting for that happens in the industry where they buy a bunch of covers, but they wait for the trades to do the reading, and so hopefully they can catch up and enjoy it. I would like to get again something where you can read all 8, and then you can read 9 through maybe 16 or 17. So we'll work on that. But man,
anything cool in the hardcover, Mark?
What?
Like anything extra in the hardcover?
Oh, is there anything? No, they didn't add any more artwork and stuff, but in the actual trades, if y'all haven't looked at it, I did add more pages. There's like a scene where Igor is electroshocking with batteries Frankenstein to get him to quit remembering his dad and the werewolf because they were kind of friends from Monster and the Wolf #3 that just come out. So there's that, and there's some other pages that I had omitted just because I had to keep it on a certain amount of pages at the beginning. So I added those back in for like issue 1. So and there might be another page or two. What's really nice about the trade that I was flipping through, we finally got the black and white pages correct. The printers went back and said, look, you need to save them this way because we were doing it the wrong way. And that's why some printers could not print the black and white correctly. It was really too dark or too light. And now they're actually exactly how I want them to be. So very, very proud of the trade. And again, we want to get number 4 and 8, 4 through 8 out there too, so people can reread those. But yeah, I would like to do a hardcover, maybe a soft cover too. I'm not sure, but of all the covers, I'm sure there's probably 150 to 200 covers of monsters that exist out there. So
that's awesome, man. That would be so much fun. Yeah. So, listen, you guys, hopefully you guys, if anybody's going out to Huntsville, let us know, drop us, some comments in the chat. Let us know what you're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. We're going to have you, jump back on with us afterwards to tell us how it went because, people are going to be stoked for the home. That's a big deal, your hometown con, like, that becomes a thing.
Yeah, it's man, we're really looking forward to it. We're expecting a pretty big crowd, and man, we've got everything. I think we're gonna, since it's local, I think I'm gonna take all my CGC books, and we got things people have never seen that were CGC'd, and we're gonna bring them there. I got things that only one were made of, things like that, and we're bringing those out. We're gonna bring some, of course, our trading cards. We got all our T-shirts. And of course all the exclusives and all that stuff, and they're even doing a cool thing at the con. They're going to have me and David who plays Art the Clown, because again we're both from Huntsville, so it's kind of cool. We're going to have it's a ticketed event for Saturday night. They're putting us in a back room and to sign both at the same time, right?
Oh, that's cool.
You don't have to wait through 2 lines, and you can do that. And I think the way they got it, it's not an extra fee. It's just basically what you're paying is for the 2 signatures in the book.
Yeah.
And that's what you can get online now, or you can get it when you're at the con. And he's even offering a thing at the con. If you went ahead and bought one from me, like the metal or the foil while you're at my booth, you can still bring that with you and have it signed twice and just pay the signature fees of me and David. So it's really cool. So that way it's after hours on Saturday, I believe. It starts like at 6:15, 6:30. And that's really cool because a lot of people are going to want them signed by both of us. So
I also saw
awesome.
this, which was kind of interesting. Can you talk a little bit about this? This is kind of cool. You got some comic capsule monsters, special monsters comic capsule thing coming.
Yeah, they had Comic Capsule did this and showed them to me, and I said, "Hey, save these for the expo," because one of the guys who is one of the owners of Comic Capsule is from Huntsville that I know is a friend of mine. I was like, "Save them," and he's going to hand them out at the show.
That's
and
awesome.
I really enjoy Comic Capsules because it's for the protection, right? They're great to display and stuff too, but I love putting my medals in there or a bag and boarded comic. It just gives a little bit more safety when I send it out. And our last eBay live show, which was, man, it seems like 2 weeks ago. I don't know what day it is. Maybe that was just last week.
It was last week, yeah.
Oh my gosh, man!
You're welcome to our world.
Dude, I am just my brain's fried. We sent everything that you bought that night in a comic capsule.
That's crazy.
We were like, I want it to be. Because I just hate it when someone orders a book, especially in that signed book, and they're like, "Man, I can't wait." And then it just comes in a bag and board, and sometimes you get spine ticks and stuff from shipping. So I was like, I'm just going to eat the cost, buy the comic capsules, and put it in it. And people were I got so much great feedback out of that. So we might continue to do that in the future when we do things. That's why I dropped the Batmans like I did and said, "Hey, if you want it in a comic capsule, I've already bought some. I'll put it in there and you can have it." And I don't think I've even talked to y'all since I did the Turtles drop. I don't even know when that was now. Was that?
Yeah, that was the first week after MegaCon. And those, by the way, you already know, we've told you how much we love that turtle, but that Virgin variant looks so much better than the trade dress.
Yeah, it was. We sold out of that within minutes, I think, and it was.
It was a great cover.
We offered a signed version and a regular version. The regular version, I think, sold out in such a quick time that we had to go and put some more in there because I think we had, of course, there's 500 print run. We had about 50 damaged, right? So we took them away, and then we said, "Hey, we need to save about 150 for Huntsville because you just don't know how big the crowd might be." And that's a good buy-in book, only $25. So we put about 300 up, and I think we sold out of those pretty fast. And then I put another like 25 or 50 up that I said, "Okay, we can put these up and save the rest for Huntsville." So it's still on there if somebody wants it, but it was these drops. I don't know how people do them all the time. My team has shipped out everything, I think, from the Turtles drop and the eBay drop last week or the eBay show. So I'm working them overtime, man. They're
well, it's gonna be even crazier. You got these days coming up, ladies and gentlemen, this week over the next couple of days. So you got the 17th through the 19th, Huntsville, Alabama, Comic and Pop Culture Expo. It's going to be a big con, Mark's hometown con. Make sure you guys go hit it up. There is a ton of great variants. Let me jump back to this real quick because he's going to have all of these available at the con, plus many others. Like he said, he's going to bring some of his CGC books that he doesn't normally bring to cons just because he's able to kind of get back and forth nice and easy. So, let us know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys pick up some of the Art the Clown signed books. I think it's cool that, you're going to be able to get them double signed at the con. You had been talking for a while that you really wanted to try and make that happen, and I'm glad that you got it to make it happen. So, good shit. 3 hours, you guys. 3 hours show. Great show. I want to remind everybody, if you haven't already get a chance, make sure you guys go hit up bigclutch.com. Beautiful variant that was dropped tonight for Red Roots. You also have the variants for all the Exquisite Corpses, and just beautiful stuff that you guys can go find over at bigclutch.com. And this is the Red Roots Riley Brown variant from the new Lorenzo de Felici image series. Only 500 printed. What were they? $20 a piece, I believe. Clutch. The link is pinned.
$20, baby. Let's go.
Yep. Link is pinned in the chat. Let us know what you guys are picking up at Huntsville Con this week, and let us know what you guys liked in the new Comic Book Day releases. We're going to be back on House of Stein on Friday night, and then right back here, Modern Comic Mayhem Saturday night. Maybe we'll get some live updates from the people that are heading to Huntsville Comic Con, and we're going to go hang out backstage and shoot the shit. And I got to pee, so love you guys. We'll see you soon. Adios.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.